Hey, how are you guys? We all want to live a healthy life. Unfortunately, we don't have too many healthy habits that could help us in our pursuit. For example, we consume a lot more sugar in a day than we need. You may have even thought of quitting it. Alas, it's easier said than done. That doesn't mean that it's impossible to quit it. From giving up fizzy drinks to replacing them with natural sweets. In this video, we'll talk about some simple ways to quit sugar, or at least reduce it. Number 1. Avoid refined sugar. We begin with perhaps the most obvious point, cutting down on refined sugar. Many experts agree this kind of sugar usually gets absorbed by the blood very easily. As a result, it causes a spike in glucose and insulin levels. What's more threatening? Refined sugar's added to literally everything. Name any of your favorite processed foods and you won't be able to think of anything without refined sugar. Whether it's ketchup or beef jerky, even milk bread that you get from the bakery isn't free of refined sugar. Let us not forget muffins, cakes, pastries, and donuts. Refined sugar has corrupted all of them. Of course, they're not named refined sugar. Sometimes they're renamed as different types of syrup. In the times you know it as refined sugar, you choose to ignore it because you like the taste. Refined sugar usually spikes up the blood sugar levels and insulin level faster than natural sugar. This is because of its higher content of carbohydrates in it. Therefore, it's safe to comment that it isn't good for your body. So avoid anything that has refined sugar. In case you can't balance it out by putting in some extra hours at the gym, well, if you can't avoid it, then burn it. Let's get to the next point. Number 2. Avoid fizzy drinks. We know you love fizzy drinks and we don't really blame you. They're tasty and some of them help you get the necessary amount of glucose. It's sad they also let loose a lot of sugar in your body. This isn't something to be taken lightly. You might be thinking, how much sugar can a small can of Coke contain? Well, it's a lot more than you think. Most experts agree that one can contain more sugar than your body needs for the whole day. Your body needs about 30 grams of sugar every day, while one can contain more than that. Shocked? Yeah, we were too when we first found out about it. This is why it's best to completely avoid fizzy drinks. We would suggest that you replace the sodas with fruit juices. Instead of adding sugar to the juice, replace the sugar with topical honey. If you can't find topical honey, have the fruit juice with a little salt. Adding half a teaspoon of sugar and balancing it out with a grain of salt is also a good alternative. Moving on. Number 3. Consume natural sweets. Certain fruits don't really need artificial sugar to help them become more flavorful. Fruits contain a flavoring agent called fructose. This is why fruits have a certain taste. This is more prominent in ripe fruits. More importantly, the natural sugar available in fruits are usually more balanced. This is why it's okay to drink fruit juices and smoothies without adding sugar to them. Your body doesn't really need the extra sugar. Another interesting thing to note is the fiber present in the fruits. Fiber is very useful not only for our digestive system but also to dissolve sugar. This is why it's always better to have fruits without any additional flavoring agents. Just keep in mind that it won't be as easy as you think to live without sugar, so we won't really recommend completely getting rid of sugar on a whim. You need to slowly get rid of it, and naturally sweet fruits are a good alternative. On that note, let's check the next point. Number 4. Eliminate it slowly. Do you think that you can live without sugar? Well, you can, but it'll take time to get used to it. Your body is so used to sugar that sometimes it almost craves it. Therefore, it's necessary that your body gets enough amount of sugar. If you're thinking of going sugar-free for the rest of your life, you'll have to deal with the withdrawal symptoms first. Yes, going sugar-free comes with withdrawal symptoms. This includes headaches, dizziness, anxiety, mood swings, and even depression. Think of it this way. You're a caffeine addict trying to get rid of your addiction. Now imagine how awful that would be. Well, sugar withdrawal is about 10 times worse than a caffeine addiction. More importantly, if you leave it on a whim, your blood sugar might fall drastically. That isn't good for your body. This is why it's important for you to reduce your sugar usage first and let your body get used to it. After that, you'll be able to eliminate it slowly. Let's move on to the next point. Number 5. Include more nutrition in your diet. Sugar helps your intake of calories and adds more glucose in your blood. When you're not having enough sugar, you're running the risk of very low blood sugar level and very low blood pressure level. This is why it's important that your body has enough nutrition in the absence of sugar. In order to do that, you can include foods like nuts, eggs, turkey, and legumes into your diet. They're good sources of protein, healthy fats, calcium, and different types of vitamins. More importantly, you'll get more calories that you can burn off. All of this without any spike in sugar levels. When you think about it, letting go of sugar isn't really that hard. Start with your breakfast. Replace your usual sweetened option with healthier alternatives. Try having a poached or fried egg with brown bread and a salad. Avoid tea and coffee. Have a glass of lemon juice with ginger and topical honey. After this, you'll be ready for the next point. Number 6. Get rid of desserts. We bet you didn't see that coming. The worst part about leading a sugar-free life is that you have to give up on your favorite sweet cravings. So no more cakes, pastries, or ice creams. Sounds almost criminal, right? Yeah, it kinda is sad, but it is necessary. Every time you eat a cake or pastry, you're basically allowing sugar into your bloodstream. This is where things get ugly. They mess up the sugar levels in your blood and cause a spike in insulin levels. This isn't something that anyone would want to happen. Therefore, it's important that you get rid of them from your diet. It's not that hard, really. Just replace them with food made up of whole grains. They contain fiber, which balances out sugar in the blood. Instead of causing a burst in glucose levels, the sugar present in the whole grains are more complex and provide a steady energy. This is why they don't really affect the insulin levels in your body. Alright, after the 6th point, let's move on to the 7th one. Number 7. Avoid artificial sugar. We know what you're thinking, so we can neither have refined nor artificial sugar? This should be considered a sacrilege. First of all, artificial sugar isn't like sugar at all. It has less calories and leaves you craving for more. This means you might relapse back to sugar after eating artificial sugar. If things become worse, you might end up consuming both simultaneously. Yeah, it is possible. The second point to keep in mind is that artificial sugar is usually sweeter than refined sugar. When it enters your digestive system, it helps to secrete juices that increase the urge to consume more food of the same intensity. If you consume anything less intense, your taste buds wouldn't feel the same sensation, thus making you crave more. This is why we suggest getting rid of artificial sugar completely. You don't really need artificial sugar anyway. You just need the sugar that's available naturally, like the sugar in fruits and dairy products. Just like fruits have fructose, dairy products have lactose, which gives the natural milky flavor. Unfortunately, we can't really appreciate the natural taste because of our taste buds' crave for sugar. Cutting out sugar is hard, but it's not impossible, so take a bit of time to consider what's more important to you. Should your taste buds really get priority over your health? Once again, we'd like to repeat that if you can't completely eliminate sugar, at least try to reduce it. Have you tried any of the steps that we mentioned? Have you completely eliminated sugar from your diet? Let us know in the comments. We would love to hear from you.
Enjoyed this video? Hit like, share, and subscribe to Bestie. Wait, what kind of bestie would we be if we didn't tell you about our other awesome videos? Go ahead, choose the left or right video and enjoy.